this is how the story started. I was walking back from downtown, and instead of going over the bridge, I went under the bridge, and I had a big old walking stick that I found, thick old hard walking stick that I found when I was walking downtown. So I was walking with it for protection, using it for protection. And I stopped. After I went under the bridge, I come by my grandmother's house in Spiegel Hill. So, before I crossed the highway, I left the walking stick right up under the bridge by the train track, stashed in the bushes. Cause I said she ain't gonna want me to have my walking stick, carry my protection on me in her house. You know what I'm saying? So then I went to her house, chilled over there for a little while. By the time I come out her house, I left her house, it was like about 9 going on 10 o'clock at night, and I was I was walking, and these two Mexicans, they see me walking. You know, I'm a pretty stout walker. I walk pretty stout for a little dude. So they think I'm hard. You know what I'm saying? They think I think I'm hard, and they start mocking me, trying to imitate the way I'm walking, pointing me and laughing and stuff, like thinking you ain't big. They were saying stuff in Mexican. I don't know what they were saying. I don't know what they were saying. Just like basically trying to say I wasn't big, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking in my head, my walking stick's right on the other side of this highway on the bridge. I'm going to go get my walking stick, follow these dudes downtown, where they heading downtown, and I'm going to beat the crap out of them. So what I do is, I go ahead and, I go get my walker, I cross the highway, and they after they get done laughing, I see the way they head. So I'll go get my walking stick. And it's a big old, thick, juicy, hard walking stick. You know, I don't think nobody carved it like that. I think it was just laying there. It was a coincidence. And I found me a good-looking stick. You know what I'm saying? I'll come up on the other side of the bridge. I wait for them to cross the bridge. Okay, I said, so they heading downtown. They're not heading toward West End. They heading toward downtown. So then I'll go on the opposite street. After they get ways down the street to where I can't see anyone, I'll run all the way down the opposite street. This is the one way going toward the bridge. I'm going down the street that's going down toward downtown. Because you got a street over here going toward downtown. You got a street over here going toward downtown. And then you got a freaking street over here going toward Cardinal Valley. I run all the way down this street down here. And I come out of the next street over, and I see them coming. So then I go back on the street heading toward downtown. They're walking on the other street that's heading toward Cardinal Valley the opposite way, but they're heading downtown too. They're just heading downtown on two different streets. So then I run down the other street, I merge out the darkness, I see them coming. So then I run down the next street, I see them coming. And then when they come, I come walking out strong. Like they was mocking me, walking like they was mocking me. The same thing they was imitating me. I walk up on them with that big old juicy walking stick. I start beating the crap out of them. They just stand there stiff, like I'm their daddy. Disciplining somebody. Like I'm their daddy or something. I'm like, were they coked up or something? They can't feel nothing. They just stand there stiff, staring off into space, just taking it, not even trying to fight back. And I'm beating the crap out of both of them. But pop. I said what? I can't remember what I was saying. I was like, basically saying, what I say? Can't remember what I was saying. I was talking all kinds of crazy stuff. But I basically wanted them to show me some respect. You know what I'm saying? And then I beat the crap out. And then after I got done beating, they were still standing. After I got done beating them, I was talking smack to them, and I walked off. And then freaking, they walked off. Yeah, they was just standing there taking the ass whooping. And you know what I'm saying? They standing there taking the ass whooping. And they didn't fight back or nothing. And basically, they knew it was me because I was dead in their face. Like, yeah, I'm thinking, I'm that dude that you just mocked. And tried to mock me, like, because the way I walk. Because I walk step, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I beat the crap out of both of them. Yeah, and then walked off. And they just start heading toward the street. I ain't going to say what street it was, but they start heading toward that street, yeah. They just walked across the other bridge that was downtown and started heading toward this street going toward Smithtown. Yeah. But I was like, man, you suckers. and let me think of some more stories for y'all. But none of these stories is true, y'all. None of these stories is true. I'm telling you, none of them are true. None of these freaking stories are true. I'm just trying to think of some creative stories to tell y'all. None of these stories are true. They're all tall tales. They're all fake stories. Just to let y'all know, I'm just trying to think of some entertaining stuff to post to YouTube and post to freaking and post to Instagram. Alright, later. So here's another story for y'all. Yeah, I was rolling with my homeboy. Two of them passed away and one's still alive. And it was my brother was there. And we was rolling. I was looking for my girlfriend's house. Out Cardinal Valley. So I stopped get on the payphone. And everything. And there was this dude already on the payphone beside that payphone. And he's talking and everything. So I'm getting on the phone. I try to call a girl. See where her address is, because I had her address, but I was having a hard time finding the house. And then so I get on the phone and I call her and everything, and then she don't pick up. So I'm like, man, I said, fuck, I just wasted a fucking quarter. Dude turned around and looked at me like, dude, you straight, man? You straight, acting all aggressive, asking me if I'm straight. And I'm looking at him like, what? I'm thinking in my head, why the fuck he asking me if I'm straight? You know what I'm saying? All aggressive and shit. And I just fucking locked back, pop out. And I was real fast back there, pop, picked him up, pop. He go falling around the corner. I'm chasing him around the corner. I pull out my knife. I'm going after him. And my three homeboys and my brother get out the car. And they breaking it up. You know, they pulling me back. And everything. Talking about, don't do it, Cliff. You know what I'm saying? And then so anyways, we get back in the car and roll out. Anyways, we found my girlfriend's house. We over there kicking it, drinking, you know, smoking the leaves and everything. That's back when I was wild. I don't drink or smoke no more. You know what I'm saying? And then we just kicking. Then we left later on that night. Yeah, my homeboy said, yeah. He said, I was about to take your hood card away. He said, He said, but now you got your hood card back. He said, you got your hood card back. Yeah. Here's another story, y'all. For y'all. Yeah. The transit center was one of my hanging spots, one of my chill spots. And there was this one crazy, real tall, crazy, skinny, cut up, crazy dude. This crazy dude that freaking he would freaking come through, picking up people's kids, kissing people's kids on the forehead, freaking throwing cigarette butts and picking trash up off the ground, throwing it at people, and everybody just sit there like he ain't doing what he doing. I said, if he ever tried me, I'ma mess that dude up. I said, everybody was scared of him. And then one day he tried me, and I looked at him, I said, motherfucker, who the fuck you think you throwing some shit at, dude? I said, what the fuck you wrong with you? He got all scared and walked off real fast, you know what I'm saying? And then, so I'm coming to the transit center the next day. But let me make it clear. He's kissing people's kids is on their lap. He reaching down, bending down, kissing them on their forehead, rubbing on the kids' heads, picking people's kids up off their lap, kissing them and everything, setting them back down their lap. I'm like, dude, what, y'all just gonna let him do this to y'all's kids and everything? And just throw these cigarette butts in this trash that y'all, just rappers sitting on the ground, and y'all ain't gonna do nothing. I said, so you tell me if he got your kid, if he picked up your kid and walked off with your kid, you'll sit there scared and wouldn't even protect that kid. I said, but if he ever tried me, I'm gonna mess him up. I said, yeah, I'm gonna mess him up. You just letting a random stranger come up kissing on your kids, rubbing on your kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you would just let that man walk off with your kid. You would let that man walk off and do whatever he wanted with your kid. You know what I'm saying? These people just sitting there taking that. Just this crazy dude, you know what I'm saying? And then, so anyways, freaking, he tossed some cigarette butts at me and some trash and stuff. And I said, dude, who the fuck you throwing that shit at? I said, motherfucker, how the fuck you you up, nigga. And he said, he looked at me and got all scared and crouched down, hunched over off, like crazy looking, and then stormed off real fast, stood upright and stormed off real fast. Then a couple days later, I'm at the train, said I'm coming. I jumped the wall like a little Cherokee Indian. I always jump in the wall, like just leap in the wall. This a big old wall. I just take my hands and leap over and land looking cool and everything. And then he said, hey, motherfucker. He said, you was that motherfucker talking shit the other day. He said, yeah, motherfucker. He said, you square up. He said something okay. I can't remember everything he said, but he basically told me to square up. He basically told me so I square up with him, and I'm going after him. And he started piecing me up. Just turn me up. I thought this motherfucker was fast as lightning. This motherfucker was fast as lightning. Fast as freaking lightning. He pieced me up, and then he picked me up over after about 5-10 minutes of piecing me up. I'm just standing there, staring. 5-10 minutes of piecing me up. It felt like 5 or 10 minutes. It might be shorter than that. You know, that pain. That was painful stuff. But he was quick and hit hard as a fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? And then motherfucking, that's painful. And then he picked me up over his head and slammed me on the concrete. There's a concrete floor at the transit. Just busted my head and everything, my body and everything. My head, I don't know how my head didn't crack open. I don't know how my head didn't crack open like an egg. I don't know how my head didn't crack open like a boiled egg or like a raw egg, you know what I'm saying? I hitting that pavement as hard as I did. This dude picked me up over his head like he was Superman. And but slammed me like Superman, you know what I'm saying? Like he just picked me up like I didn't weigh nothing. Like I didn't weigh nothing. Just picked me up over his head. Boom. And then I get up, I'm staggering and motherfucker, I say, you gonna have to kill me, motherfucker. So you gonna have to kill me. You know, so I'm going there and I'm swinging and everything. Next thing you know, somebody picked me up, boom, slammed me on my face. But hold up, before they picked me up and slammed me on my face, when I went after that motherfucker, before they picked me up and slammed motherfucker, I'm going after him. Motherfucker, he start screaming and crying, curl up in the freaking corner. He curl up in the freaking corner while I'm going after him. And then the next thing you know, somebody picked me up from the back, slammed me, boom, on my face. I'm like, motherfucker. I started lifting myself up. They says, police, man, get back on. They say, lay back down. I said, well, if you want police, I would have rose up and fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah. And then I went ahead and laid on the ground for him and let him cuff me and everything. And then they cuffing me and cuffing him, putting us in a paddy wagon together. And matter of fact, and then after they cuff me and cuff him and put us in a paddy wagon, they go ahead and uncuff him, take him out the paddy wagon, and then freaking just let him go. You know what I'm saying? And then take me, but they go. I'm right in the paddy wagon. They take me to Walmart. They take me to Walmart because they picking somebody up at Walmart. But then I guess for some reason they didn't pick nobody up. They get a call from Walmart, and then they going back saying we gotta go back downtown and get this crazy dude. He's harassing people. I'm like, well, who they talking about? And so they go back downtown, and it's that same crazy MFer, motherfucker, and then motherfucker, they put him in the paddy wagon with me, and he's like, motherfucker, he's like, I'll fuck you up. Yeah, put me in the cell. I said, put me in the cell with that motherfucker. I said, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. Put me in the cell with him. You know what I'm saying? And then, we got to the jail and he talking shit and everything. Yeah, I'm talking shit back to him. I'm like, man, I ain't backing down for this motherfucker. I don't care how bad he whooped my ass. You know what I'm saying? And then motherfucker, he keep saying, put me in the cell. But I'm like, go put us on the unit together. Put us in the cell together. And he's like, I'm gonna make you my bitch. All this shit. I said, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. I said, we gonna be scrapping, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm gonna make you kill me, motherfucker. And then he said, so anyway, they didn't put us on the unit together. But yeah, and then so I get back out of jail and I see him a couple days later after I get out of jail, and this motherfucker, I get up, I flex, I'm ready, I'm energized, I'm ready now. I done healed up, I rock up on him, I'm like, yeah. I said, it's round 2, motherfucker. I said, it's round 2, motherfucker. He said, nah, young nigga, it ain't even like that. I respect you because you fought me, and none of these other motherfuckers had the balls to fight me. He said, none of these other motherfuckers had the balls to fight me. He said, yeah. So he said, come walk with me, young nigga. He said, he was telling me about how I was gonna start walking on air, how I was gonna start walking so smooth like an Indian and everything. In the next week to couple months, I was gonna start walking real smooth like an Indian, just like I was like walking on air, like I was walking on air or something. You know what I'm saying? And the next couple weeks, I was walking on air, like just walking real fast and smooth like an Indian, just getting up through, just walking fast as a motherfucker all over town. You know what I'm saying? And fucking yeah, he walking with me. So he get a cup from behind the bank. It used to be, it's the old courthouse. He get a cup from behind him, and he's drinking his cup. It look like chocolate milk. I said, what is that? I said, you drink your own shit, man? He said, yeah, so it's good in fiber. It's good in fiber. It's good in protein. I said, you drinking your own shit, man? He said, yeah. He said, you want some? I said, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I said, I'm good, man. He said, yeah. He said, it's good in fiber. You ought to try it sometime, boy. Yeah, drinking his own shit. Had a cup stashed. We went for the transit center to the old courthouse that they tore down and made the new courthouse down to where they made the new courthouse. But this was the old courthouse, like, right across the street from the new courthouse. We walked all the way up there, had a cup of shit stashed. Looked like chocolate milk or a chocolate shake or something. I said, nah, I'm good. I don't want none of that. Yeah, he was trying to give me a drink, that shit. We walked and we was talking, having a good old time, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, we went our separate ways and everything, yeah.
And when I was telling y'all when that crazy dude beat me for like 10 minutes, I forgot to tell y'all, eventually he got me on the ground and had his knees on my shoulder and was just pounding into my face and just screaming in my face. Looked like he was going to try to bite my face off from all ends. Looked like he was over here. I was just in and out, like my conscience was going in. I was like, in and out. I was dazed, and I could see him just in my face screaming and shouting on the left side, the right side, like he was just about to bite my face off. And then I got up, and this lady came and said, "No, don't hurt him. He's a baby. I said, "You gonna have to kill me, motherfucker." I said, "You gonna have to kill me." She said, "Don't hurt him. He's a baby. I went after him. That's when the police came. I didn't know it was police, but that's when they picked me up and snapped me on my face. And then that's when he curled, before they slapped me on my face, that's when he curled up in the corner of the wall and started screaming and crying. Set me straight up, played the role of a victim. Played the role. That's why he started screaming and crying, because he seen police coming, but my back was turned. I didn't see him coming. So he started screaming and crying. They picked me up and slammed me on my freaking face. I didn't know it was them until I was raising up. I was about to raise up and fuck whoever slammed me up. I was raising, and then said those police laid back down. So I went ahead and laid back down because they were weak. I could have rose up on them. I could have fucked them all up. But they would have shot me up. They would have shot me up too, yeah. But they says police lay back down, so I laid back down for them and let them cuff me. Yeah, because I knew they would have shot me up, yeah.
Now I got another story for you. Not everything in this story is true. But, ain't none of the stuff in this story true, actually. Ain't none of the stuff in this story true, actually. Ain't none of the stuff. But anyways, okay. I used to hang out at the Waffle House close to the Greyhound bus station across the street from Walmart. And this dude that I knew from a homeless shelter, I was there. From a homeless shelter, he was just staring at me all crazy while I was just walking around. I was just walking around, just pacing back and forth. He was staring at me all crazy. And I like, dude, I said, I'ma fucking rob you, dude. I said, I'ma fucking rob you. I said, dude. I said, yeah. I said, you better give me your money right now. He said, dude. He said, Lil Dita. He called me by my nickname. I mean, my middle name. My middle name ain't Dita. I ain't gonna say what my middle name is because I don't want y'all to know. But he said, Lil Dita. He said, you ain't gonna do nothing, Lil Dita. He said, I know you. You little punk. Boy. And then this dude, he said, I'm about to take all your money. I said, don't play me like I ain't about nothing. I said, don't play me like I ain't about nothing. He said, hold up, square up, Lil Dita. He said, square up, Lil Dita, little man. He square up with pop, pieced me up 2 times. And then I did the same thing I did with that tall light-skinned dude. I started laughing. And then I rushed him, pop, and we fight, and I get him on the ground, beating the crap out. He get back up, and then we fight. By the time we done fight, we was on one end of the freaking road. I mean, one end on the parking lot. By the time we get done fighting, we all the way down at the other end of the parking lot. And then, but anyways, before it was all over, I got him on the ground. I pulled my butterfly knife. I put it to his neck. I said, dude, I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you, dude. I said, don't ever fuck with me again. I said, get that money. I said, run them drawers out. Run them drawers, man. Get that money out. I said, run them pockets. He said, no. He said, you ain't getting none of my stuff, man. You ain't getting none of my stuff. I said, all right, it's cool. And then I don't know where he got the strength. He muscled up with strength, took my knife from me. And then, muscle up some strength, took my knife from me, stood up, muscled me off the ground, stood up. I don't know where he got the strength from, because I was overpowering him the whole fight. I was overpowering him the whole. Took my knife from me, and then this other dude was coming through there. I knew, and he's like, dude, he said, what y'all fighting for? What y'all fighting for? Y'all need to be doing that. Y'all need to come on to the church. He told us where his church was. So y'all need to come and get in the church and worship God and everything. Get them demons up at you. And then I said, dude took my knife. I want my knife back. I said, give me my fucking knife back. I said, give me my fucking knife back. He said, you cool? He said, you cool? You ain't gonna try nothing. No, I said, I ain't gonna try nothing. I said, give me my fucking knife back. So dude gave me my knife back, and then and then we went our separate ways. Yeah, we went our separate ways. Yeah, but and that's another story. Yeah.
And let me remind y'all, none of these stories are true. Let me remind y'all, none of these stories are true. It's all made up by Cliff All, Young Red Dog, Young Lil Master, Young Red Dog, Young Psychotic C, Young Psycho, Dirty Red right here, and AKA so on and so on, and so many nicknames I can't even think of all of them right now. Can't even think of all my nicknames right now.
And then here's another story. Now, none of these stories are true. Let me remind you, none of these stories are true. But here's another story. I was staying in this hotel room because I got kicked out of my last apartment. I was in this program for convicted felons that get out of prison. If they get like veterans checks or social security checks or anything like that, then you can get in this program. My pay got me in this program. And because I brought this dog home, and we weren't allowed to have dogs. I had this pit bull named Snoop, and it was white with yellow spots. Well, the spots are brown, but they look yellow, so I call them white with yellow spots, because they look just like yellow spots. But it was white with yellow spots. I called it. My pit bull's name was Snoop. It was a female pit, and then I got kicked out that program because I had a pit bull. So then my payee got me in a hotel room. My payee put me in a hotel room. And tell me why this crazy dude kept knocking on my door, tell me quit knocking on the walls. I'm making too much noise. Quit knocking on the walls. I said, dude, I'm not knocking on no freaking walls. I said, dude, I ain't knocking on no freaking walls. I said, leave me the fuck alone, dude. I ain't knocking on no freaking walls. I said, just leave me alone. And I shut the door on him. He kept coming back, knocking on my door, talking about, you still knocking on the walls. You still knocking. I said, no, I'm not knocking on no freaking walls. I swear this dude wanted to take me out. This dude wanted to make up an excuse to take me out. And then, dude, he pulled out a knife on me. So I said, hold up. I went in I didn't go in my apartment. He pulled out a knife on me. So I took my belt off, and I took my belt to where the metal end was hanging out, dangling, to where the metal end was dangling, the metal square part was dangling. I said, dude, you come in with that knife, I'm about to try to split your stuff open with this belt, because I'm going to swing it at him and hit him with the metal end. Try to hit him on the head with the metal end. I said, dude, don't come at me. And he started coming at me, so I start backing up. So I start backing up, but I got my belt. I'm not backing up like running, but I'm backing up on the defense. I'm on the defense. So I'm backing up, but he's like 5-6 feet from me, and I'm backing up, trying to play defense, because I'm trying to get a good swing, you know what I'm saying, with the belt. And then, so I start going after him. He started coming at me, and then the tables turned. I start going at him, and I'm swinging at him, but he's backing up. And then, anyways, he said, dude, he said, I'm gonna be back for you. He said, you better quit knocking on the freaking walls. I said, dude, ain't nobody knocking on the freaking walls. And then I don't know if he was schizophrenic or what he was, and was hearing things, you know what I'm saying? And then, but anyways, but anyway, like a year later, I see him at the transit center. Now, a year later, we on the bus, and he tried to say some slick stuff to my niece's grandfather. Try to say something. My niece's grandfather was driving the buses, and he tries. I put him in his place. I said, dude, don't be talking to him no any type of way, dude. I said, I know who the fuck you are, dude. I will fuck you up, dude. I said, you better sit your bitch ass down now. Sit your bitch ass down. Don't talk to him like that. Don't fucking talk to him like that. And he sit the fuck down. Yeah, he sit the fuck down. And then this dude, about 6 months later, he walk up on me with a knife and everything, talking smack to me and everything. And my homeboy was with me this time. Boy, my homeboy put out his blade, chased that dude all the way down the freaking transit. But I said, yeah. Yeah, that was the last time that dude ever messed with me. So me and dude just had a barking competition for the longest time. Just a barking competition before my homeboy chased him off. Was about to stab the crap out that dude. You know what I'm saying? Chased him off with a freaking knife. Now, none of these stories is true. Let me remind you, none of these stories is true. It's story time with Cliff Oliver. None of these stories are true. Just let me remind you. I'm just making up stories to entertain y'all on YouTube and Instagram. Just making up stories. That's all this is. Just making up freaking stories. That's all this is. I got a good imagination, and I just think of some stories off the top of my brain, and let them rain. Just spit game, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, dude, that was the freaking last time he tried me, you know what I'm saying? After my homeboy ran him, and my homeboy was so close to stabbing him, so it just inches away from this dude. They was running about the same speed. My homeboy was like inches away from stabbing this dude, yeah. And dude got away though. Yeah, he ran his ass off. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Alright. Now I got a story when I first did my first 6 months in jail. When I first did my first 6 months in jail for misdemeanor probation violation, I was in the hole. First I was on FF unit for like 2 or 3 weeks and got in trouble when they put me in the hole, and I was in there the whole 6 months because I had no idea that I had to go 30 days without a write-up before I had to go to G unit, and then G unit's like a type of general population. I had no idea I had to go 30 days without a write-up because I was new in the jail system. I thought maybe I'd do a week, 2 weeks on good behavior, and they let me out. So I do good for so long before I start clocking out. Can't figure out why they ain't let me out the hole. But then this big old black dude, they moved me from unit to unit. They moved me over the back unit right there. And I couldn't figure out why this black dude is trying to instigate me, sitting there stalking me from cell to cell. From up on his unit, and the black dude just kept stalking me from cell to cell. You know what I'm saying? So then when I get over to the other unit, over on the side, and I'm ignoring him. I just ignored him. Finally, I start clocking out. And I start talking crap back to him, banging and talking crap back to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he's talking about how he's making like motions like how he's gonna fuck me in my ass and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm making motions pretending like how I'm gonna fuck him in his ass, you know what I'm saying? And then finally, about a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks go by, and he come down to my unit and he's like, tell the CO to let me give you this book and we can go ahead and handle our business. So I go ahead and tell the CO, I said, let me get this book from dude. And the CO popped my cell. I reared back to punch that dude. Tell me why this dude was so freaking fast. All I remember is lights out, and I feel myself being pushed to the back of my cell. This dude was so fast that it hit so freaking hard. My lights was out, and I felt myself being pushed to the back of my cell. And when he knocked me out, when he knocked me out, I'm gonna get to that. He knocked me out so fast that I felt myself being pushed. I knew what was going on. I could feel everything that was going on. He was pushed all me back to the back of my cell. Set me on the sink in the back of my cell. Boom, boom, tagged me all up in my neck. The left side of my neck, the right side of my neck. Freaking, and just waking me up from the right side of my neck to the left side of my neck to my freaking left side of my kidney to the right side of my kidney to the right side of my rib to the left side of my rib. And he keep waking me up. I keep feeling these jolts, these jolts of shock like electricity running through me. And he wake me up and then put me back to sleep every hit. Wake me up, and every time I woke up, I could feel all this electricity in my body. And every time he put me back to sleep, it hit me again. I felt electricity in my body. And then finally, I felt myself sliding down the sink, and then I was on the floor, and he's just beating the crap out of me, sides of my freaking neck, left side, right side of my neck, just pop, pop, my right side of my rib, left side of my rib, pop, pop, right side of my kidney, left side of my kidney. But I keep waking. Every time I wake up, every time you wake me back up, I kick him off me, and then I see him, and then jump back on me. You know what I'm saying? And then I kick him off me again. We was standing over me, just beat me, and I wake up and kick him off me again, and then he put me back, jump back on me, put me back to sleep, then wake me back up, hit me again, wake me back, and I kick him off me, and then finally. One of the CO, this bald-headed Caucasian CO came on the unit. The other CO was at the desk with his back turned, so he didn't know what was going on. The other CO didn't know what was going on. He was on the computer. And then the CO came in, ran in there, jumped on his back, pulled him off me. Boy, my pride was hurt so bad. I jumped up, and there was one of them little writing pens. The pen part was stuck in my neck. I put it out my neck, and blood started squirting all out my neck. So I took some toilet paper. But before I didn't take toilet paper right then. When dude ran out myself, the CO jumped on his back and jumped on his back and pulled him off me. Then I chased dude out myself, trying to keep on fighting. When my pride was hurt so bad, I chased dude out myself, swinging at him, trying to catch him. You know what I'm saying? And then then he ran. Then I stopped at my unit door because I didn't want to go follow him up to his unit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be some Anyways, I didn't want to follow him up to his unit. I stopped at my unit door, and he was just laughing and giggling and everything. Went back to his cell and everything. He was on the top unit. I was on the bottom unit, and then freaking laughing and giggling and stuff, boy. My pride was hurt so freaking bad. Yeah, and then when I pulled the pin out my neck after I stood up and before I started chasing him, blood started squirting everywhere, and then freaking there was blood squirting out my elbow from where he shanked me with the pin in my elbow, and then shanked me with the pin was stuck in my neck though. Yeah, but he stuck me in my elbow while I was knocked out. I didn't know I was stuck in my elbow till after I seen the blood squirting out my elbow, and then I pulled the pin out my neck. It was squirting out my neck, and then then I went back to my cell, and there was blood all over my floor, big old puddle of blood all over my floor. There was a big old puddle of blood all over my floor. And I took some toilet paper and got rid of the evidence before the COs came on the unit, before medical came to ask me if I need medical attention. And then they cleaned up the blood, flushed the blood down the toilet, and then medical came, the nurses came to ask me if I need medical attention, the CO asked me if I wanted to press charges. I said, nah, I'm good, I don't want to press charges. And then they kept sitting there trying to talk to me. I said, get the fuck away from my cell. Get the fuck away from my cell. I said, I don't want to talk to you motherfuckers. I said, get the fuck away from my cell. I told them I didn't need medical attention, I didn't want to press charges, yeah. And then they walked off real fast like they was running off when I told them, get the fuck away from my cell. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody on the unit, like they freaking just started laughing at me. The COs was laughing at me. All the inmates was laughing at me. I'm like, man. Yeah, they just pointing at me and they all start pointing and laughing at the same time after the nurses and the CO left when they asked me if I wanted to press charges and asked me if I freaking want to, asked me if I need medical attention. They all pointed to me. All the ones I could see, not the ones over top of me that I couldn't see, but the ones on this side, on the bottom part, and the side over here across from me, the top and bottom, the COs at the desk and everybody start pointing to me at the same exact time and start laughing, pointing at the same exact time. Yeah, I'm like, something ain't right about that. Something ain't right about that. Yeah. But I just laid down on my bunk and just threw my covers over my head and freaking, just chilled. I was pissed. Then the next morning I woke up picking my hair out. You know what I'm saying? Picking my hair out. I gotta get up, shake it off. And next morning I'm picking my hair out, doing my workout, dancing around in my cell like nothing happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and when the blood was squirting out my neck and out my elbow, I just took a ball of toilet paper and held it over my neck and my elbow, and then freaking and it stopped bleeding, yeah. But that's what I did for the blood on my neck and my elbow, just took a ball of toilet paper and held it right there, and then, just held it right there until it stopped the bleeding. I took on my not my elbow. One of my elbow was my forearm where the blood was. I said, did I say my elbow? It was the blood on my forearm. He shanked me in my forearm and my neck. but I took a ball of toilet paper and put it on my forearm and held my forearm against my leg with the toilet paper in between my leg and my forearm. And then I took the ball of toilet paper, and put it up against my neck. And it was just a small pinhole with the writing pen, the small part of the pen, the ink part. Yeah, so it was a small hole. So I took it, and then the blood it stopped bleeding after a while. Yeah, but I took toilet paper and covered the hole in my neck and my forearm, and it stopped bleeding after a while. Yeah, and I was good. Just went about my everyday day like it never happened till my time was up. Yeah.
This is how the story started. I was walking back from downtown, and instead of going over the bridge, I went under the bridge, and I had a big old walking stick that I found, thick old hard walking stick that I found when I was walking downtown. So I was walking with it for protection, using it for protection. And I stopped. After I went under the bridge, I come by my grandmother's house in Spiegel Hill. So, anyways, before I crossed the highway, I left the walking stick right up under the bridge by the train track, stashed in the bushes. Cause I said she ain't gonna want me to have my walking stick, carry my protection on me in her house. You know what I'm saying? So then I went to her house, chilled over there for a little while. By the time I come out her house, I left her house, it was like about 9 going on 10 o'clock at night, and I was I was walking, and these two Mexicans, they see me walking. You know, I'm a pretty stout walker. I walk pretty stout for a little dude. So they think I'm hard. You know what I'm saying? They think I think I'm hard, and they start mocking me, trying to imitate the way I'm walking, pointing me and laughing and stuff, like thinking you ain't big. They were saying stuff in Mexican. I don't know what they were saying. Saying stuff in Mexican. I don't know what they were saying. Just like basically trying to say I wasn't big, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking in my head, my walking stick's right on the other side of this highway on the bridge. I'm going to go get my walking stick, follow these dudes downtown, where they heading downtown, follow these dudes downtown, and I'm going to beat the crap out of them. So what I do is, I go ahead and, I go get my walker. I cross the highway, and they after they get done laughing, I see the way they head. So I'll go get my walking stick, and it's a big old thick, juicy, hard walking stick. You know, I don't think nobody carved it like that. I think it was just laying there. It was a coincidence, and I found me a good looking stick. You know what I'm saying? I'll come up on the other side of the bridge. I wait for them to cross the bridge. Okay, I said, so they head downtown. They're not heading toward West End. They heading toward downtown. So then I'll go on the opposite street. After they get ways down the street to where I can't see anyone, I'll run all the way down the opposite street. This is the one way going toward the bridge. I'm going down the street that's going down toward downtown. Because you got a street over here going toward downtown. You got a street over here going toward downtown. And then you got a freaking street over here going toward Cardinal Valley. I run all the way down this street down here, and I come out of the next street over, and I see them coming. So then I go back on the street heading toward downtown. They're walking on the other street that's heading toward Cardinal Valley the opposite way, but they're heading downtown too. They're just heading downtown on two different streets. So then I run down the other street, I merge out the darkness, I see them coming. So then I run down the next street, I see them coming. And then when they come, I come walking out strong, like they was mocking me, walking like they was mocking me. The same thing, they was imitating me. I walk up on them with that big old juicy walking stick. I start beating the crap out of them. Just beating the crap out of them. They just stand there stiff, like I'm their daddy. Disciplining somebody. Like I'm their daddy or something. I'm like, were they coked up or something? They can't feel nothing. They just stand there stiff, staring off into space, just taking it, not even trying to fight back. And I'm beating the crap out of both of them. But pop. I said, what? I can't remember what I was saying. I was like, basically saying, what I say? Can't remember what I was saying. I was talking all kinds of crazy stuff. I basically wanted them to show me some respect. You know what I'm saying? And then I beat the crap out. And then after I got them beating, they were still standing. After I got them beating them, I was talking smack to them, and I walked off. And then freaking, they walked off. Yeah, they was just standing there taking the ass whooping. And you know what I'm saying? They stand there taking the ass whooping. And they didn't fight back or nothing. And basically, they knew it was me because I was dead in their face. Like, yeah, I'm thinking, I'm that dude that you just mocked. And tried to mock me, like, because the way I walk. Because I walk step, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I beat the crap out of both of them. Yeah, and then walked off, and they just start heading toward the street. I ain't gonna say what street it was, but they start heading toward that street, yeah. They just walked across the other bridge that was downtown and start heading toward this street going toward Smithtown. Yeah. But I was like, man, you suckers. Yeah, and let me think of some more stories for y'all. But none of these stories is true, y'all. None of these stories is true, I'm telling you. None of them are true. None of these freaking stories are true. I'm just trying to think of some creative stories to tell y'all. None of these stories are true. They're all tall tales. They're all fake stories. Just to let y'all know, I'm just trying to think of some entertaining stuff to post to YouTube and post to freaking Instagram. Alright, later.
Later, y'all. Later, Gators.